Namaste, my beautiful friends. Welcome to our channel, Prem from Bharat and I, Ratna from the Netherlands. Here we share our journey of love, resilience, and joy built over 30 plus years of togetherness. Life after 50 is a celebration of new beginnings, rediscovering passions, exploring fresh adventures, and embracing diverse perspectives. Today, I want to talk about something very real and very common. I have the money, but I don't want to spend it on myself. Have you ever felt like that? You check your bank balance, it is comfortable. You have savings, maybe pension is coming, maybe rental income is coming. But still, when it comes to booking that trip, buying that comfortable chair, joining that yoga class, upgrading your spectacles, you stop. You say, no, not necessary. But why? Let us talk honestly today. After 50, after 60, we become experts at saving. But we forgot how to spend. And there is a big difference between wasteful spending and meaningful spending. Many of us were raised in a time where saving was survival. Our parents taught us, money is precious, do not waste. Think of tomorrow. Sacrifice today for future security. That thinking helped us build stability. But now the future has come and still we are behaving like the future has not arrived. Let me give you an example. One uncle I know, very disciplined man, government job, saved every rupee carefully, never took foreign trip, never bought branded clothes, never upgraded his old sofa. Today he is 72, plenty of savings, but he still say, why to spend? Children will need it. Every children are settled abroad, they are earning more than him. Still he sits on broken sofa. Now tell me honestly, is this wisdom or fear? Let us explore why this happens. Reason number one, poor life expenditure planning. Many people plan only one thing, how much to save, but they never plan how much to use. Retirement planning is not only about accumulation, it's also about distribution. If you don't plan monthly lifestyle expenses properly, you will always feel insecure. You will think money will finish tomorrow. Second reason, fear of medical emergencies. This fear is real and I respect it. Healthcare is expensive, but if you have an insurance, if you have emergency fund, then beyond that, living in constant fear is not protection, it is stress, and stress itself invites illness. Third reason, emotional guilt. This is very common, especially in parents. We must have something big for children. Of course, blessings and stability are important, but are children waiting for inheritance? Or are they wanting happy parents? Let me tell you something very honestly. No child feels proud seeing parents deny themselves basic comforts. They feel proud seeing parents independent and joyful. Now let us talk about advantages of not spending too much. Yes, there are some advantages. Number one, security feeling. 2, asset growth. 3, emergency readiness. These are good. But now, disadvantages. 1, you postpone joy again and again. Number 2, you create unnecessary fear in your mind. Number 3, you sometimes become overly controlling about money. Number 4, you miss experiences. And experiences are what make the last chapter beautiful. Let me ask you something gently. If not now, then when? At 80, at 85? We don't know tomorrow. And I'm not saying go and spend carelessly. No, I believe in wise living, not foolish spending. There is a difference between luxury and comfort. Luxury is ego. Comfort is dignity. A good mattress is comfort. A safe car is comfort. Traveling with proper rest is comfort. Hiring people, if body is tired, is comfort. These are not waste. These are self-respect. We seniors sometimes behave like we are guests in our own life, always adjusting, always compromising, always saying, it's okay, I don't need it. But you do need it. You need joy, you need rest, you need small celebrations. And let me say something little funny. Some people save so much that finally the relatives enjoy more than them after they are gone. You struggled in heat and traffic for 40 years. You handled office politics. You managed family expenses. You sacrificed holidays. And in the end, someone else enjoys your balcony view flat. Think about it. Is that balance correct? So what is the solution? First, clear financial planning. Sit with a proper advisor if needed. Calculate monthly fixed expenses, medical coverage, emergency fund, then see what is available for lifestyle. Make a joy budget. Yes, I'm serious. Every month, keep some amount only for enjoyment. Maybe dining out once, maybe gifting yourself something small, maybe hobby class. Second, separate accounts. Keep emergency funds separate so you don't mentally mix it with daily use money. Third, talk openly with children. Tell them clearly we are planning to enjoy our retirement also. This creates healthy boundary. Number 4, remove guilt. You are not being selfish by living properly. You are being responsible by not becoming emotionally dependent. Remember, financial independence plus emotional independence equals dignity. Let me share another small story. One lady wanted to learn classical singing at 65. Fees were reasonable, but she kept delaying. After 2 years, health problem came. Voice weakened. She told me I should have started earlier. Money was not a problem. Mind was problem. Friends, time is more expensive than money. Money can be earned, time cannot. After 50, we must become wiser with time. I strongly believe retirement is not withdrawal, it is redirection. We move from earning phase to living phase. If we don't consciously switch, we keep living in earning mindset. And that mindset says save, hold, restrict. Living mindset says plan, balance, enjoy. I want you to ask yourself tonight, am I protecting my money or is my money supposed to protect my life? There is a big difference. Money is a tool, not a temple idol to worship. Use it respectfully, but use it. And I say this with humility. We don't need extreme luxury. We need peaceful comfort. We need experiences with spouse. We need small trips. We need good health support. We need hobbies. We need social connection. These things require some spending. And that's okay. Let me close with this thought. One day, your life will be summarized not by your bank balance, but by your memories. Did you laugh? Did you explore? Did you sit peacefully with tea on a good chair? Did you take that one trip that you always wanted? Or did you keep saying, maybe next year? My dear friends, plan wisely, spend responsibly, live fully. Do not leave all the enjoyment for someone else. You earned it, you deserve to experience the comfort your hard work created. Life after 50 is not countdown, it is a golden time. Let us not live it in fear. Let us live it in balance. And if this message touched you, share it with someone who always says, no, I don't need anything. Maybe they just need a little permission. I will see you in the next episode. Until then, take care of your health, your heart, and yes, your happiness. Namaste.